The right way. Boom. There we go. Bring the tone down a little bit. And tonight I may do another bedtime story with Sid, episode 5. That'll be at 10 o'clock tonight, maybe right before I go to bed, whatever time that might be. Let a few people log in. We'll get started on TikTok right at 8 o'clock. Hello, my one person, say hello. We're just now logging in, we're giving people a little bit of time to sign in for the 8 o'clock. It's usually on Wednesday, but because of the new year, we are doing it on Thursday, the 1st, and then it'll be back on Wednesday next week. So let's see who we can get this New Year's Day to pop in and say hello. Get this ready. Okay, got the go live ready. Go back a little bit. All right, still just one person, so I'm going to ride it a little slow tonight. We only have one person. That person, please say hello. Put hello if you're in here. Say hi. It's the only way I know you're here before I go into... Oh, that's 57. Oh, I got 3 minutes. Okay, we got a little time. Hey, Paul. Happy New Year. Glad you could join. Glad to see you here. We're going to get rolling at 8 o'clock. I just like to come in early to let people get signed in and get them started so we get things rolling. Okay, talk about healing tonight a little bit. I'm going to go live on TikTok too at 8 o'clock. That's in 3 minutes. So I'm going to give people a little bit of time to sign in and say hello. Say hi if you're in the room. Thank you, Paul, for saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year back. I had a great time last night. I hope you guys did. I had a really, really cool New Year's Eve. And I'll tell you guys about it when we get everybody in. If you hear fireworks in the background, people over here have lots of fireworks. Okay, so we're almost there. It is 7:58. Hard to see without my glasses on. Look at that bright light from above. And then the pink light from behind. Let's get the picture right. Let's go this way so I can have the halo over my head. There we go. Oh. Happy New Year, Jamie. Happy New Year. We get ready to get started at 7:59 and at 8 o'clock. We will get rolling. I'm going to hit the go live button at 8 o'clock on TikTok, and then I will move over. And there's Veronica. Glad you could. Happy New Year, Veronica. Happy New Year. I'm going to talk some more about the cruise and healing and some of the classes on the cruise too. So it's going to be a really good cruise we're going to have in April. Happy New Year, Cindy. All right, we're almost there. I'm going to go in a little early. And Mark, Happy New Year, my friend. Let me go ahead and go a little bit early on TikTok to get it started. Go live. 3, 2, 1, it's 8 o'clock. And hello, everybody. Welcome to Touch and Eternity Podcast. I'm your host, Sid Patrick. So tonight I got a few of you in the room. This is Thursday. This is not my normal night that I do the podcast because of New Year's Eve being last night. And, Veronica, you're in Destin. Very nice, very nice. Hope it was a lot of fun for New Year's there in Destin. Maggie and I got a room at the Hilton overlooking the river, and we had a beautiful view of the fireworks throughout the city and at midnight. Felt it was a little short this year, like 10 minutes And it was usually a lot, I thought it was a lot longer than that this year, but the city did on the river. Must be those budgets. But anyway, so much, I got so much. So first of all, Happy New Year, everybody. We're going to have a great year. Lots of change this year. Everybody knows that. So speaking of classes that are coming up, numerology is one of them. So who can tell me out there what year are we in? What number are we in? Y'all knew what last year was. Oh, and Kathy's with you too. Great. Do y'all remember what year we're in this year in 2026? Do y'all remember? Come on, my numerology folks. What's 2026? Do the math. Yes. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, and on YouTube, all at the same time. And it will be recorded. The recordings are saved on YouTube of the shows, of the ones I'm in. Yes, Anne Maria, you got it right, Anne Marie. It is a 1. It is a 1 year. So last year was a 9 year. This year is a 1 year. Anne Marie, following us here on TikTok, she's the one that got it. So Jamie's a 5. No, we're in a 1 year. 2026, because 2, and 6 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So the numerology course, for those that are interested, I've got one person signed up, I think, right now. And if I need at least 3 so they can work together to hold that class. Mediumship, I need at least 4 or 5. And she signed up for both, so I need at least 3 more for mediumship. I haven't really looked to see who's out there. Hey, Kathy. But numerology course is going to be online or in person, and that's going to be Friday, January 9th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's all Central Standard Time. And then on Monday, the 12th, and we might move that date to the following week, but Monday will be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. because once I'm going to see how far you get along in the class, and then I'm going to ask you, do you want to do it this Monday or the following Monday? Because the first 2 classes are all about building the chart, putting things where they belong, and getting all the information. The second part, that's the first 2 days. The last day is about evaluation. And so you have to have time. We're going to make your chart during the class. Okay? We're going to do a movie star or somebody famous, throughout history. You can pick anybody you want, as long as you know their birth name and their true date of birth. That's what you need. And if you have anything like that, then see, I'll think of some cool people. I really wish we knew the exact day that Jesus was born. That would be, and his full name, like the biblical name. That would be really cool to do, wouldn't it? And just see what his numbers were going through those years. But anyway, so numerology will be, like I said, on the 9th, the 10th, and the 12th. We probably will move the 12th to the 19th, but that's going to be a class decision, and it just depends on if you're able to produce a second chart in that time frame, because that's really quick. That's Friday, Saturday, Monday, so it gives you 1 day to do a chart. And guys, y'all seen the charts. They're big. They're full of letters and numbers and all kinds of stuff. So we will do that class again. We will start on Friday the 9th, and I'm going to go through. I'm not going to teach it the same way. I'm going to probably go through a little bit faster. In the, I'm going to go faster in the history and stuff. I want to get into building the chart the most and spending a lot of time with building the chart. So I think right now I have one. Magni can clarify that later. Hey, Heather. And again, numerology is 150 for the 3 days. If you do, and mediumship is 300. So that's 450. It's only 400. If you take both, it's only 400. So you get $50 off if you take both. And if you are a returning student for numerology, then you only have to do half. Hey, Jill. So happy New Year, folks, again. And so, I wanted to let y'all know that. And then the mediumship class is it's all day the 24th and the 25th, like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days. It is a different course. It's nothing that I've ever taught before. it's going to be completely different than the last classes, because the last class I taught, the last year, all these years I've been teaching the fundamentals of mediumship, where it covers all the different types of mediumship, and you get to experience a little bit of all of them. I will teach that one again. That one is already can be done, I think, online, but this time I'm going to focus just on mental mediumship, not table tipping, not physical mediumship. We will probably do some trance work in that class because that's important. But the house cleansing and all that stuff, that's in the other class. So this is a completely different. This is strictly focused on mental mediumship, and I'll be teaching that on the 24th and 25th of this month. So if y'all want to join, please get that out there. The first class for numerology is the 9th, which is next Friday, not tomorrow, but next Friday. By Wednesday, if I don't have at least 3 people in the class, I'm probably going to cancel the numerology, because I can't. I need y'all to be able to work together and discuss with each other in the class. That's important. And then on, like I said, on the 24th and 25th will be mediumship. Okay, and I will refund the person that signed up if they don't have enough. Then I'll refund the money for that course. But anyway, but also on the 9th and the 10th and the 12th. So on the 10th is going to be Trinity Simmons and I are doing 2 events back to back. One is a gallery, and then we've already sold some tickets to that. That starts at 4 o'clock on Friday, and then at 6 o'clock starts the vision boards. And if you come to the gallery, it's a cheaper price to do both than it is to do. If you do both, it's cheaper. So it's $80 for the vision boards. That we're gonna have champagne and some snacks, and we have art. We'll have either some art stuff to do artwork with, or some magazines, something to do some drawings and or paste. Magazines are getting harder and harder to come by these years because people are all on the internet now. So magazines have gotten a little difficult to keep coming up with new stuff every year. So we may just do some artwork or draw some pictures or write sayings, but it's going to be all done on boards with lots and lots of markers and stuff, and it's going to be your vision board for 2026. While that's going on, Trini and I will be going around the room doing private readings, not gallery. We'll be reading we read you individually. So we'll go to each person while they're working on their board, and they will get a reading. And that event is $80 a person. You can get tickets on my website. The gallery is right before. So that's what's going on, and you can do the gallery and the vision boards for $100. So that saves you like $20 because the gallery's $40 and the vision board is $80. So you get $20 off to do both the gallery and the other. So you get to go to the gallery for like half price. So that is what we have planned for the 10th. On the 11th, I'm going to be posting. Trini and I will be doing some either groups or privates with people. That will be Sunday, the 11th. So that's happening then. And then I have, of course, the mediumship class on the 24th and the 25th. And on the 17th, we're going to Shreveport. And any of y'all in the Shreveport area have friends, please pass this out. We're going to the Remington. There is a post on Facebook about that. Misty Gaither, myself, Jill, who's in the comments, she'll be there. Dina Lally, she'll be there. We'll be doing reading. Well, first of all, there's going to be a paranormal investigation at this never investigated hotel that's haunted. And then we're going to be doing some readings and some healings. There'll be a story time, and we're going to finish up with a mediumship gallery. And then we'll also talk about, what you felt and all that stuff during the investigation. So, and that is also $80. That ticket can be bought online. It is not through me. It's through the host, which is Misty Gaither, who's hosting that event. So join us there. I'll be there. I have a conference in Las Vegas, and then I fly, and I have a meeting. I have a shop that I do some stuff in sometimes in Vegas. So I'm going to be visiting there, and then I'm also going to see the Wizard of Oz while I'm there. And then I'm jumping and going to going to Shreveport to do that event. So I will see you guys Saturday the 17th in Shreveport. And then on the Friday before Valentine's in February, so I believe that is the 11th, no, the 12th, because I think the 14th is Valentine's Day. It's somewhere that weekend, that Friday. I will be at the Unity Church in Missouri, and I will be doing a gallery there. Then I'll be doing aura photos at an event that whole weekend. So if y'all want to come up to Missouri, I'll be there. So that'll be a lot of fun as well. That's going to be over the weekend, the Valentine's weekend, which is also a Mardi Gras weekend. So I'll be missing the madness. So anyway, and then can't forget the big and on. I wish I could show this on TikTok, but there is, if you look up Touch an Eternity Cruise, there's a whole commercial on TikTok. But here, I'm just going to show this up here. So, and the big event is April 19th through 26th, the Touch an Eternity 2026 Sense Healing Cruise. And I will be teaching, Trenny will be teaching, Misty will be teaching, Jill will be teaching. So there's four teachers, and we're going to be working. There's classes. They're all posted online right now. There will be two optional offshore events where you'll be able to take what you study and apply it. And we're going to also have a gallery. We're going to have aura photos available. There will be story time available. You'll be able, if you want to book a private reading, it's all on the website. So go to my website, sid-patrick.com, if you want to come cruise along with us. We've already got a great group going, a lot of fun group. And there's going to be a t-shirt party the first night, where if you guys send me your size, and we're going to mix it up, and we're going to send you someone's name. And they will definitely, hey, Caden, happy birthday, happy late birthday. I knew you wasn't feeling well for your birthday, but happy late birthday, Caden. But anyway, so I wanted to get all that out there about the cruise and about all the events that are coming up. I'm also going to be in the first weekend, I think, in March. I will be back in Tulsa as well, which I got to take care of all that this weekend. But anyway, lots of stuff happening. I'm halfway through school, folks, so that's moving along fine. So, hey, Megan. The gallery is before the... so, Megan, the gallery is right before the vision board event. So, there's like 2-hour gallery, and then it starts at 4 to 6, and at 6 o'clock, right after right from the gallery into the vision boards. We're going to have some art stuff, and it's where you write your visions for 2026 down. And there'll be champagne and snacks, and it's a fun event. And then you're going to get a private. In the gallery, you're not guaranteed a reading. It's a cutoff time limit. When we're done, we're done. And so, if it's a short crowd there, then we might get everybody. If it's a big crowd, we might not get everybody. But the party after, everybody's going to get a time with Trenny and I. We're going to go from person to person while they're doing their vision boards and do readings for them. It's a fun event. We did it last year. It was really successful. We really enjoy the vision board event. But we're going to do a little gallery before. And that way, if you want to come and do, it's more mediumship at the gallery. When we get to the vision boards, we usually do cards and a little mediumship. But if you want strictly all mediumship, the gallery is all mediumship. So come join us. It's going to be fun. All the information can be if you go to my website, sid-patrick.com. Actually, I'm going to type it up here for the people that are on Facebook so y'all can see it, and the people who are on YouTube. That is my website right there. I hope I spelled it right. Yep. Okay. So it's sid-patrick.com. I don't know how to yet put it into TikTok yet. Maybe Magni can put it across. I see he joined me on TikTok, so he might be able to type it across for me. But anyway, so those are just a lot of events. So tonight, I want to start focus on having conversations. Hey, Zeta, about things we're going to talk about the cruise. So on the cruise, we're going to have classes in teaching you how to sense, how to go into an area or a place that has history of some type, and being able, hey Gina, and being able to sense what happened there. And so when we go to Cozumel, we're going to be taking y'all to we're going on a tour for those that want to come. It's all listed on the website. It's at a cenote, and we're going to take you there and let you get. There's also spiritual cleansing that's done while you're there, and so it's a whole little tour for the cleanse and all that. And then while you're there, you're going to be. I want y'all to sense what happened in Ozark. When you come back to the boat, we're going to talk about what do y'all think happened there, like, you know. And I'm going with y'all, and I'm going to try to pull y'all away so the tour guides don't tell y'all everything that happened there, and if they do, I still want you to come back and tell me, what did you sense? Like, they might have told you a piece of the history, but what did you sense by it? Hey, Stacy. So you may be able to sense, like, if they told you there was an axe murder there. I'm gonna go way out there because I know there wasn't an axe murder there. So let's say that they tell you there was an axe murder. Well, can you tell me, was it male or female that got murdered? Can you tell me, you know, what do you feel? Do you feel this person was old, young? So we're going to work with your senses and helping you understand sensing. Okay? So that's the first tour on the thing. So, and that's all about just trusting your judgment, trusting your gut. And a lot of people don't think they can do it, but we did a sensing thing at this ballroom where there was a murder, and every person, all 20-something people that were at the bar, was able to pick up exactly where the murder was. Because you could feel the shift. You could feel the shift in the energy, and everybody's like, oh, it had to happen here. And they were all correct. So it's truly amazing that people think, you know, well, I've never done anything like that, or I can't do that. Yes, you can. You're born with those natural instincts, those natural gifts, and we're here to help you unfold them so that you can sense things and kind of feel things, okay? And I will also teach you how to cleanse yourself post-sensing, how to get rid of anything that you may have energetically been exposed to, how to cleanse that area around you. So that is some of the things we're going to be teaching. Another thing I'll be teaching is healing, and we're going to be teaching a lot of energetic healing, but through trance. And what that means by trance is that you're connecting to your spirit team, you're connecting to the spirits that work with you, or the people on the other side that work with you, and you're using that energy to come in and pray over someone, or or send them energy. And that's what prayer is. People don't understand that a lot of times, but prayer is energetic sending. When we pray, we're praying for healing, we're praying for hope, we're praying for, different things, that is needed in the world. And so those things you can do, and you can work with your energetic team, your spirit team, to help get those things out. And we're going to talk about how all that works, and we're going to talk about the science behind it, because there is a science behind it. And and we're going to talk about a lot of things to help you with healing, first yourself and then other people. So that's also going to be on this cruise. I'll be teaching those courses. I'm trying to be teaching a lot about mediumship and psychic ability. So will Misty. We teach a lot about paranormal investigation, about those things. We're going to be having those classes as well as healing, psychic development. There will be a class that really focuses on you by Miss Jill Mercer, the fabulous Jill Mercer. So there's going to be a lot of little things that there's a lot of events. If you go to the website, sid-powertree.com, it's all there. So join us. This is going to be a fun time. This is going to be a week. We are working with Nicole. She is trying to get us all the best deals she can when they're available. There was just a big special right before Christmas. But of course now, if you sign up now, you can get on a payment plan through Uplift. I think it's Uplift or one of those companies where you can pay over a year. Okay, and so you can do that. But everything now, because it's so close to the cruise, is going to have to be paid in full. Now the classes are separate. That's not included in the cruise price, because we wanted to do it that way, because there was people that we wanted to be able to bring their family, their friends on the cruise, because you're not going to be in class all the time. So you have time during the week to spend with your family, your friends. Go, and only 2 ports will be doing activities, and there's 4 ports. So again, and you don't have to do the activities with us. That's optional. If you don't want to go to the cenote, you didn't get a spiritual cleanse, you don't have to. The second one, we're taking you to a healer who's going to talk about natural herbal healing, where she makes a lot of herbs with all the plants from the rainforest. And she actually, before you leave, you can sell them. They're very reasonable. I swear by her immune builder. And if y'all beat me to that, I'm going to be angry. Because I want more of her immune builder, because it's really good. The tea, it's a really great tea that I drank from her, and it really worked for me. It helped my immune system tremendously. So again, those are just the 2 of the outer events that you can join us on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now let's talk about healing, which is what I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight. So listening to a lot of people, they don't understand the true concepts of healing. And the biggest healing is self-healing. And that comes through self-love. The best healing that you can get, the best immune boost, the best anything is loving yourself and putting yourself first. That is the number one healing. And that does not mean, for you to become selfish. It means to be putting your mind first, that you take care of your health, you take care of what needs to be done for you, okay? And start understanding those things. Then, when you are being healed by a healer, because maybe you've picked up something, then you have to be open to that healing. Meaning you have to have a good energetic connection with the person you're allowing to heal you. Okay? In saying that, and I know Zita can back me up on this because she's my healer. Her and Tanya are my 2 main healers that I go to. But anyway, you have to open it up. You have to break blocks, because we find that most health issues come from blocks or come from fears that we retain. If you can release those, it can happen. Now, there are some external factors. Yes, if you live next to the power lines, yes, you're going to probably get cancer. It's a high risk. Okay, it just is. If you keep doing things that you shouldn't be doing, yes, it's a high risk. There are external factors that can cause illness too. Okay. Also, sometimes medications, when they get mixed in your body, if you go into too many different doctors and they don't have a good medicine profile on you, you can make yourself sick from medicine, because some of it interacts with each other. And so you really have to stay on top of those things in order for you to stay healthy, to stay healing, to keep your body in a proactive phase. So, how does healing work? Well, many of y'all have taken my class and y'all have seen the exercise that I do with the dowsing rods, where you can move rods from across a room, and that is your energy moving those rods, okay? And with saying that, okay, that means that your energy extends way in front of you. So a lot of times when we pray, or when I pray, I'll create, like when I'm praying, I'll create like a ball of energy, and I will send it to the person I want to heal. Or I will lay hands. If I got somebody with me and I'm doing healings over them, I run my hands, my energy field into their energy field, and I feel for different things to tap me in my palm, or create a little electric shock, or do one of those things. And yes, Zita is wonderful at healing, and I can tell you where your issues are by doing a body scan with my hands. And that doesn't mean touching you. No, it doesn't mean touching. It means I am just putting my hands in your energetic space, and I'm feeling for changes. And when I feel the change, I can then send positive energy through trance work. I can send healing energy from my spirit team to your spirit team and try to heal that. But you have to be open to that. Now, again, folks, healing is a complement. It doesn't fix everything 100% of the time. And I can tell you the biggest part of healing is faith. I think Zita would agree with me on that. A big piece of that is faith. If you don't have faith, then you're already crippled going into your healing. You have to have faith and positivity, and those things are truly, truly crucial. So in that class, we're going to learn how to do body scans. We're going to learn how to set. Now, Zita uses, some people use a pendulum, and they allow the pendulum to show where the energy lines of the body are out of whack. And then they apply healing to those areas. And so, again, and when we get back from the cruise this summer, I really want to get into personal healing. I'm actually going to probably set up a healing area in the bungalow with the biomat and with table biomat, and make it very comfortable so we can actually heal some people on the biomat and do some healing work. And then Zita will be a big part of that. And hopefully Tanya will be able to get over here sometimes and do that too. Again, every healer is not for you. That you picking your healer is very important. And you pick your healer not by what they say. You pick your healer by when you walk by and what do you feel? Do you feel a connection to that person? Do you trust that person? Do you have to have a connection with your healer. And I know that I love my two healers, and I know they love and care about me. And so that's why I use them all the time, because we share a love bond between us. We really care. And that's a very powerful bond. And they have helped me through stroke. They have helped me through a heart attack. They have helped me through a lot of things. And I have no residuals from my stroke because I have phenomenal healers. I brag on them all the time about that. So again, those are really, really, really important. And we're going to learn about those things and those methods on the cruise, on the healing day. And we will be doing some healings on each other at that cruise. And I'm going to let you pick. I want you to sense. Remember, this is a sense healing cruise. You will be sensing the people in the room, and you will get to pick who. Look, Tanya joined. Just spoke her name, and there she is. Hi, Tanya. Happy New Year. Tanya, like I told you, was my other healer. She just jumped in on Facebook. So, again, on the cruise, we will have you sense, and I want you to pick who you think you want to heal you. Like, who do you feel energetically connected to? And that's who we're going to let work on you. So we're going to work on those, because this is a sense healing cruise. We're going to work on trance healing. We're going to work on showing you just some basic healing methods that work. And so come join us. And like I said, when I get back from the cruise, I'm going to set up an area, because I promised Zita I would do this. I might even do it before the cruise. I'm setting an area up in the bungalow where healings can be done. I'll put the biomat out there, and we can start seeing people out there in the bungalow. So again, these are going to be opportunities for you, but you have to make the first steps. I tell the people all the time, I said, I can only show you things. These gifts are already inside of you. I can only show you ways to help you build on them, things that are already there. But first of all, you have to believe that they're there. You have to understand them and believe that they're there, and then start getting these things to work with you. And so that way you can grow either in the healing or into the psychic awareness or into the mediumship. Again, there will be a different mediumship class the 24th and 25th of this month at my home. It's strictly focused on mental mediumship. It's going to be completely different than the last two classes that I've taught, because the last two classes I taught all the different types of mediumship and the science. These are just strictly about developing your mental mediumship. And trance is part of that, because you should sit in the power or sit in a trance state for a few minutes a day. Rather, if you go to England, it's going to be an hour to 4 hours a day. Here in America, we're lucky if we get an hour. I'll take 15 minutes. I'll take 10 minutes, whatever we need. So, yeah, yes, Tina, yes. Like I said, I can take y'all to the stream, but you have to decide to jump in. I can't force you. I can show you. I cannot force you. I can help you and give you exercises to do. I can give you different ways to connect. I can help figure out what are your strengths and weaknesses in your clairs, and help you develop your strong ones stronger and help your weaker ones start to develop. And so we will talk a lot about that too. But anyway, I want to stay with healing. So people, and you don't, like I said, you don't have to be physically with a person to heal. There are many things you can do. I have not taught a class in remote viewing in quite some time. I did go over some remote viewing with a couple people just recently, but it wasn't a class. It was people who were already working with remote viewing and they wanted to do like some practice and out-of-body travel. And I'm working with one person right now on a one-on-one where the student comes over and we work on out-of-body travel. And this person was a challenge because they were very left-brained. And so I had to help them shift that left brain to their right brain so that they could get out of their body and travel. And they're getting there. They have come a long way in the last few months. So they come over about twice a month and we work together and I give them exercises to do. So because they really wanted to learn out of body. So I'm working with somebody one-on-one on that. Also, I want to say this publicly right now, again, because I've been getting some calls. I've been getting a lot of calls to do some demon work, like to help people rid themselves of demons. Folks, I'm too old. I don't do that anymore. I don't mind talking to you and helping you find a way to, take care of whatever around you. But at my age, I don't really do, I'm not one to do a lot of demon work. I don't go out there and try to get rid of evil entities. I will give you what to do. I will tell you everything you need to know. I will give you pathways and roads. It's up to you if you want to do them or not. Most people, by the time I tell them everything they need to do, they're like, that's too much. I'm like, well, then you're going to keep your demon, Or so it just depends on where you're at and what's going on, because sometimes it isn't a demon. You just think it is. And so I have no problem talking to you about that. I have no problem counseling you on that. And I don't charge for that. That's free. I do not charge. You book a 30-minute consultation with Stacy, and it's free. I will talk to you on how to rid yourself of negative energies. I'm going to say it that way. But at my age, because I know y'all know I'm not a spring chicken anymore. But at my age, I just find it's better for my health not to do any more types of exorcism or helping people get rid of the demons out of their life or the negative energies. What I do recommend to people is that if you do feel negative and you don't know if it's the energy or if it's you, I recommend taking the energetics class. That'll help you because it's going to change your energy. It will definitely refocus your energy. So I would recommend that. Like I said, I am going to have one. I keep saying February, but it looks like it's going to get later and later because I just have too much. I don't have a whole lot of time. But I will try in February or March to do the energetics one more time. And then I'm going to be doing the last piece in September. And then we move into the final phase of energetics where it's workshops in a hotel. For a weekend, we go find a reasonable hotel, but I'll go hang out in a hotel and we work with one another with energetics. So that's going to be a conference like. So anyway, that's where we're heading. And that's also part of healing. But the reason why I recommend energetics to people so much, and there's a few people in the live that have taken it and they can tell you, it's eye-opening. And it helps you understand you. It helps you understand your position. It helps you understand your fears, your blocks, what's going on with me. It opens you up on how to exchange energy and when you should close it off and when you should open it up. I mean, these are all things that are taught in energetics, and it's very scientific. It's when I teach it, there's fun exercises in the class that you do to help you understand those things. I know Zeta's taken it. I know Stacy's taken it. I think that's it in class today. But a lot of times I have some of the other students like Jessica will jump in, or Denise will jump in, or I can see her last name. I can't think of her first name. I have one students that have taken it. So I do recommend Energetics. That is like groundbreaking one. If you really want to improve your life, that's the first step. And then also it helps you with your mediumship because it releases the blocks. And that is what the thing that most people have problems with in mediumship are their blocks and fears. And Energetics helps you remove them so that you can flow better with your psychic ability and your mediumship. Thank you guys for tapping all those hearts. I really appreciate it. I see I got a few, not many. But if you're on TikTok, please tap. That keeps me going. I want to thank y'all. Last week, I did more than a penny. I got a 12 whole cents on TikTok. That was great, guys. That was great. When is the class? The Energetics, I'm going to be teaching it one more time. It's the first 2 parts that I taught at Touch in Eternity over the last couple years. But I will teach them together here. It's going to probably February-ish, maybe February or maybe like the middle of March. Because I know part of March, the beginning when it's your birthday, I'll be in Norway, Tanya. Because I know your birthday's in March. But I'll be in Norway for your birthday. But anyway, I'm trying to book it then. I'm gonna probably go look at my calendar. I gotta watch school because I'm also be finishing up school around that time. Because y'all all know I'm just finishing up class 5 and I'm starting class 6 next week. So that's more than halfway through. So I did it in 2 semesters. So 2 more, like 24 weeks I'll be out. Should be 24 more weeks and I should be out. Should be. Oh, not even that. Let's see. Because probably that's at the most 24 weeks. It should be more like 18 weeks. But anyway, it should be around March, April. It just depends on the assignments, but it was tough getting started, but they kind of rolling now. But anyway, so remember, guys, Energetics is really, really a good class. Of all the things I teach, I think that is, to me, is the #1 class because it helps you in everyday life. It helps you in your mediumship. It helps you in understanding how people control you and how they create blocks in you and it really helps you understand that and helps you get past it. Okay. So we covered healing a little bit, and let me see where we're at. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. Gotta watch the time because I am going to come on. I am coming back tonight with. I think it's episode 5 now of Bedtime Stories with Sid. We're still stuck in the 1960s, but we're going to take this decade by decade. So Bedtime Stories from Sid will continue later on tonight. Before I go to bed, you'll see me in my robe in front of this camera. And these are recorded, so you don't have to join. You can join because I don't talk to you like I am now. I tell a story. I tell a story about my life and my journey. And it builds. And I'm trying to finish up the 60s. We talked about the lady who raised me and the little fellow. And we talked about the guy in the cabin who is one of my guides who follows me throughout the years. And we talked about the little redhead boy that a lot of physical mediums see. This redhead, I don't know why why the kid has red hair. And my friends who are mediums, physical mediums in England, they see the redhead kid too. So I don't know what that's about. But I think everybody who must have some kind of physical capabilities must see that redhead child throughout their life. So we talked about those things, and the story is progressing. So we're going to top off the 60s, move into the 70s this week, and hopefully we'll be, I'm hoping to be done with the bedtime. Well, I will continue to tell stories, but this one's about my life. I'm hoping to be finished those by the end of February, beginning of March. So that's where I'm hoping to be. Guys, all I can tell you is this. When you live life right, you will be blessed. when you come from pure love and you love the people around you and you learn to set boundaries with people and not be afraid to set those boundaries, and you learn to take care of yourself, that anything is possible. And so I see Elizabeth wants me to jump into doing some readings. Okay, Elizabeth. Well, your husband's health can improve, I would believe. I don't know what's going on with him. But I'm going to do some cards for you, though, for that. But if you want to know, is this with his muscles and or joints? What's up with that? Why am I seeing that? Or is this with his lungs? Because I keep seeing like muscles up in here. Okay, they keep showing me his. I kind of think that some of this might be respiratory for him, Elizabeth. I don't know why. I think that his heart is being affected, but I kind of think there's some, because when you said that, the heart's a muscle, of course, but when you said that, the first thing I saw was like the rib cage across here, and I'm thinking heart, lungs. I'm thinking also this is affecting his body in other places. Okay. Well, I know he's gonna have chest issues. I know when they do bypass, what they're gonna do. I'm not gonna say that on the screen. I don't want to get kicked off, but I understand that. Do y'all have children, Elizabeth? Just say yes or no. That's all I want to know. Type it again, because I think that yep was up there before. Do y'all have kids? Okay. Yes. Is there two, or is there two boys? Is there two kids or two boys? Or is there more kids? Explain that to me. While you typing, I just turned 3 cards, and I want to show you the 3 cards I turned. I think they're for your husband. 2. And it's one of each, or 2 boys. I just saw 2 kids, but they were standing a little to the male side. Anyway, I did see 2 children. So, doing that, so I got the King of Hearts, which that's probably your husband, because that's the love of your life. The next I got is Strength, which strength is all about his will, his power, his will, his power, his sense of being. Okay, and then I got the Empress, which means nurturing. So here's what that tells me. And again, I'm a nurse, some of that's going to come out. Okay, I'm telling you ahead, it's not all psychic. Some of it is, coming from what I know about the body. So what I can tell you is that he has the strength to make it. I do feel he's going to be weak for a while. The hardest thing he's going to have is he's got to start paying attention to what nurtures him. Decrease stress. What nurtures? Nurturing just isn't food and supplement. Stress is either stress or de-stress. To de-stress helps nurture your body because you're getting rid of stress. So I kind of think that that's stuff that I see that he's going to have to really focus on in order for his strength to increase. So I am going to say that to you too. I do feel he's going to have a journey ahead of him. I do feel that if he doesn't make the changes, hi Devin, Happy New Year, my friend. I do think he needs to make those changes. If he's not able to adjust or change, his strength will go down, then subject him to more consequences. That's a good way to put it. So he really needs to focus on why his heart's that way, what caused it, and start working with him to build the muscle back up. He may have, because he's gone to open heart surgery, he's probably already lost some muscle tissue. So that's more than likely that has happened. I think that may be why they showed me the rich cage. What I'm worried about is that his heart's not ejecting like it needs to if he doesn't work with the change that he needs, and that he might start filling up with fluid, and that's why I'm seeing the rib cage and the lungs. So that, and you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'd want him to focus the most. And I hope that makes sense to you. But I think the possibilities, because you got 3 great cards. You got your King of Cups, you've got Strength, and you've got the Empress. So I think all those together really, really paint a great picture for him. Okay? And Tina says that she would like, and if anybody's on TikTok, it's harder for me to see, so just, if I don't catch it, post it again, and I will see. I would like a 3 card, how I feel to skip over me if it tells you that someone else needs it more. No, you're the only other one up there that has asked. So I'm going to talk about you. We're going to talk about your health, because it's however you feel. You want to talk about your health? Give me something you want to talk about, Tina. You're welcome, Elizabeth. And somebody else. Oh, Molly Joy. Hi, Molly. Happy New Year. Debbie. Yes. Yeah, I just went 3 random cards. You want me to, because Elizabeth gave me a question. Y'all have something? Y'all just all want card pulls. Y'all so lazy, but I love you. You're so Tina wants health. Thank you, Tina. We will talk about your health. I will pull 3 cards for you. Okay. Tina, I just saw these 3 cards, and I'm going to show them to you. I'm not going to hide them from you, but we're going to talk, girl. I'm going to start this way, because they get a little questionable this way. So the first card you got is the Fool. The Fool is not a bad card. What that says, though, is that you make the right decisions. You understand what's really going on with you, okay? But you always hold back from doing what you need to do. You hold back, and that is what causes your illness. That's why you worry. So what I would recommend to you, Tina, and I could be way off base with this, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling right now. What I feel would be a great exercise for you to do to help you with your health is go back and try to think about who spoke negatively to you most of your life, and try to release yourself from them, disconnect from them, because I think that you have the knowledge to like heal real well. But I think that you don't feel that you deserve it. And you do. Because I love you. You do deserve it. And I feel that that keeps you not feeling good. And I think it has to do with someone around you growing up or whatever who spoke negatively to you. And I think that if you can release that, that would pump up your immunity to things and help you with your health. Now, as we get older, things are going to shut down. That's a given. But we have to learn to adjust with it. And I can tell you, sugar is your number 1 enemy. God knows. I'm a walking sugar cube. I know that sugar is the number 1 enemy. Because everything turns to sugar. Everything in this country, sugar is one of our staples. So that is that way. And let's see, where am I at? Okay, so I did Elizabeth. Yes, I'm going to do Debbie. And now I got to do Jamie. Okay, Debbie. Let's see what we got for you, love. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So Debbie, so what I'm seeing here is that the Empress is about nurturing. We talked about that, or she was here before. And we got Justice, which talks about fairness, and we got Victory. So what I feel looking at this for you, Debbie. Now, did you ask about it? No, I have a question. Okay, you wrote your dream. Okay. Let me read your thing first. My phone. It is pain-free. Well, I think that this answers your question. It says you need more nurturing in your life, and you need to think fairly. You need to bring justice back to your life. And I see winning with you. I mean, I got to be honest. When I really read those 3 cards, what I see is some kind of financial or legal thing that's going to happen that's going to bring a little more money into your life. If I was reading that straight off the cuff. But talking about your dream, I think that's you just being determined and knowing that you have things to take care of. And so I say take care of those things. Okay, and that will help you move on. Okay? And Jamie. Let me see. Jamie wants a pull. Jamie, this is terrible, but I'm going to tell you, but this is the seven, that's 7 or 8. It's seven of swords. Guys, I don't have my glasses. They're right here. I should put my glasses on. 7 of swords, the 3 of cups, and the, is that 9? No, that's 8 of pentacles. So what that means is when I look at those 3 cards for you, Jamie, is that work is going to try to, your work is going to try to rain on your parade about some time off. Pay attention to that. I want to say that to you. So I definitely feel that there's something that work is going to try to turn tables and make you work some extra days or do something like that that you're not going to want to do. Don't let them rain on your parade. Stick to your guns. I think you'll be fine if you stick to your guns. All right, Jamie. And who was after Jamie? Veronica. Okay, and then Veronica, and then I'm going to do Veronica's health. Okay. Let's see what I got. Keep getting some of the same cards after I'm shuffling them. So what this looks like to me, this is the Queen of Wands. She's straight up. That's a good thing because when she's upside down, she ain't nice. You got the Fool straight up. And then you got the Ace of Wands. I kind of think that for your health, there are some changes that you already have in motion that you're going through for your health. And I think those are positive moves. What this tells me is that as long as you keep making the changes you're supposed to be making with your health, that things are going to be okay. So know that I said that, okay? And let's see. So I got to do Devin, and then I got to do Mark. No, Kathy, then Mark. Devin, Kathy, and Mark. Oh, wait, no, and Stacy. Let me stay on this drug. Okay, and Stacy. All right, we're getting there. So my next one is going to be Devin. Let's see what Devin gets. Okay. You might have to call me Devin. No, just kidding. You got the 10 of Wands. You got the Tower of Destruction. And you got the Mother card or the Nutra card. So, what that means, since we're online, I'm going to tell you what that's telling me right now is to tell you that no matter how much you try to pick up, if you don't have the right person behind you nurturing you, everything's going to fail. It's going to need to change. So people in your life need to be supportive of what you're doing. I'm happy. Good. Have to be supportive in order for you to move forward, and you need somebody who's on your team, someone who encourages you, someone who is your back. I think your best friend Mark, you'd be good for that. You need someone on your team, boo. That's when you're gonna succeed the most. Okay, and then Stacy, this is for you. Am I going to be? You want yes or no, huh? So let me see, Stacy. I'm just gonna pull 3 for this, and no matter how they fall. So, ooh, one more. Nah. Well, your first 2 are great. All of them are great. You got the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Cups. followed by the Knight of Wands. So what that tells me, Stacy, about your question, they were all positive. So I think that you're going to be able to stay on the drug that appears to be working. And I do not think the side effects are going to be too much. I think there's some work that's going to have to come with it. Like I keep seeing there's an alternate drug, not when it's toxic as the others, that you may have to do to help relieve some of those symptoms, but I think it'll be effective for you. I'm going to say that to you. Now, Kathy, let's see what the universe holds for you. Let's see, Kathy, what does the universe hold for you? 3 splits. Wow. This is interesting. Basically, you got the Hierophant. You've got the 7 of Cups. And you've got the 8 of Swords, which is all of this is about. So the Pope's saying that there's a lot about life right now you're not supposed to know. That, you keep trying to create things rather than just allowing life to unfold for you. So try to start letting life unfold for you. Then things will be more clearer. Stop trying to control everything around you. Allow things to unfold for you. And life will be better for you. Because you're blinded. The Pope's saying he's on your side. He came straight up. Had he not came straight up, I'd have been a little worried. But he came straight up. So he tells it he's trying to get you to see something. He's trying, but you're blinded. And then so just allow the universe to unfold and show to you. All right, Mark, here it comes. What do you mean that's me? That was for Kathy. She's ahead of you on my board. Now you're next. This is for Mark. Okay, Mark. Hi, Lynn. Jamie, have you been watching my TikTok? Haven't seen. Let me run through TikTok before I do more. Just if anybody has posted a question on TikTok. Nope. There's a lot of people there, but not a lot of questions. A lot of names that keep scrolling up. Anyway, hey Jim, just rolled in on TikTok. So, Mark, let's see what we get. Oh, that was for Devin. I was going to say, okay. I was like, no, that wasn't for you. All right. Okay. Like that one. Okay. So, Mark, you've got the Chariot. You've got the Pope. And you've got the 10 of Wands. And with those 3 cards, tell me about you is that when you start journeying, your world is going to open up. And the Pope is going to bless you with some great journeys, some great trips or journeys. I sure hope Jamie's going with you. But anyway, unlike the trip to Houston. But anyway, so I kind of feel that's going to open you up a lot more. And you're going to see yourself wanting to do more travel. And I know that is one of your aspirations. But that's about travel. That's about the Pope blessing it. And that's about it moving forward. So I do want to say that to you. Okay. All right. I think I'm caught up now. I do believe I'm caught up. Unless anybody else wants one, they need to pop it in. But anyway, so invite. Okay. So anyway, folks, life is for you to enjoy. This is your journey. If you're not happy in this journey, you have nobody to blame but yourself. If you're somebody who focuses on image, like you have an idea, like an image, how you think life's supposed to be, but it's not coming from here, from your heart, you're never going to find peace or happiness. And y'all really need to understand that. I'm pretty lucky. Can't say I'm 100% happy at life in general, but I'm about 98%. I got a great marriage, got a great job. I think it's moving in the right direction for me. But I create those. At 64, I decided to go back to school because I wanted to learn more. I wanted to do that. Good night, Tina, if you're leaving me. And Happy New Year, love. So, oh, Lynn, I didn't get Lynn. Hi, Lynn. She puts yes, please. I wasn't sure about that. All right, Lynn, I'm going to get you right now, my baby. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Lynn, what I want to say too, first you got the Ace of Pentacles, and then you've got the Three of Wands, and then you've got the Moon. And what that tells me is that there's some type of stability or security that you don't see. You have a support. You have a support that is available to you that you're not taking advantage of. So I want you to look at that because it's going to help you make some changes. And this is a 1 year. So this is, getting back into a little bit of numerology, this is a 1 year. So this is a year of change, new things, and growth. So understand that. And I would take advantage of it by looking at those 3 cards. In fact, with those 3 cards, you're probably a very good candidate if you could make it to the vision boards or make your own vision board at home and work with that because I think there's some opportunity there for you. I want to talk a little bit about readings since I've been doing so many of them, and then I'm going to let you guys get to sleep or move on because I got to get ready for my number 5 bedtime story soon. Anyway, a little bit about readings, guys. So, there are many different styles of readers. There are readers who I think I've had this conversation before with you guys. There are readers who like to counsel. There are readers who only like to predict, and there are readers who are there to help enrich, like to help you see the light through the darkness. And it's hard. The better readers are ones that can do it all, ones who can help lift you as well as make predictions that do happen. And I can tell you that most readers don't read the same. And if you watch TikTok, God knows you see it. Now I'm seeing hundreds of them on TikTok, flipping cards and doing mediumship and all kinds of stuff. And again, this is their journey. I don't knock it. There are other people who are in the spirit world or in the mediumship realm who would knock that and say how horrible it is. I don't knock it. If you aren't connected to spirit and you going online is helping you connect or being what you might feel for yourself is close to spirit, again, you may not be doing the person you're reading justice if you're not truly giving them valid information or good information. Like I saw a reader the other day on TikTok, and this reader, I'm not going to say whether it's a he or a she, this reader was always like when the person said they understood a little bit of something, then they made it that. Then they understood it. And I was like, no, you give the information. It's either yes or no or I don't know. Because sometimes they don't know. Because they're in the deer in headlights on reading. And I might not, but it was more about the validation for the reader than it was about the sitter. So it was about the validation of being right. When I tell you all the time when you take class, it's okay to be wrong. Because the best evidence is if you're wrong and the spirit brings it to them. Best evidence. You can't ask for better validation than that. In fact, I've never met anyone that never gets a no or I don't know or I don't understand. But again, that's okay. And a good reader is how they handle that no. A good reader will move on. A reader that's not so good will try to justify it. And that's how you tell when you sit in those sessions and you're listening. Because I watch a lot of, like when they're doing lives, I will not go into the live, but I'll stay outside the live and just watch. And you see a lot of them who give information and then sometimes the person does understand it, sometimes the person doesn't. When they don't, you watch the no's. That's how you tell if you really want to be with a reader. You watch how they handle a no. If they constantly trying to validate that no before moving on to something else. And again, sometimes spirit don't let you because I get that. I mean, I get somebody tells me no and then they keep bringing it back and they keep bringing it back. But I'll tell them. They keep bringing it back to me. So there's something we're missing here. So I want you to write it down. If you don't understand it, write it down. Take it home and let me move on. Because they will do that. But I don't have to be right. I'm not going to try to make it right. I have a lot of times people will say to me, well, you said this, but I think this. And I'm like, no, I can't own that. No, that's not what I felt. That's what you're feeling because of what I said. So you really watch readers, how they work and how they handle no's. Also watch readers who give predictions. A prediction should always come in a positive format. If they don't give it to you in a positive format, then they're not a professional reader. I can tell you you're about dying and it be in a positive way. Because I'm going to tell you what I see. I'm going to tell you what you should do to prevent it. Now, it's not up to me whether, like, if I tell you that I see something wrong with your heart and you need to go see your cardiologist. If you choose not to go see your cardiologist, shame on you if something happens. I hope I'm wrong. Those are cases that I don't want to be right. Think about it. Those are cases that I truly don't want to be right. But I have to give you what I get. And I'm going to put it in a positive way. I had a friend, and I think I might have told y'all this story. It will be in one of my bedtime stories. But I had a reader at Arthur Findlay, actually. Wasn't a tutor there. It was a student there who told somebody that was with us they were going to get hit and get their arm cut off in a car accident. And they told them the color of the car, and they could see the blood going. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why would you tell that to somebody? What I would tell you is, careful when you drive. And if I see the area, I'd say, especially if you're I kind of see this real sharp curve, I want you to pay attention when you're in that, so that you can be safe during that time and try to prevent the accident. Not tell you that I see the accident, because I could be creating it. So you got to be careful with those things. And that's why a lot of times, if you have people who've seen me read or do mediumship, you'll see me making all kind of faces. I'm trying to make heads or tails out of what they're telling me, and then I'm trying to interpret it, and I'm trying to put it into a positive frame. Good or bad. It should all come out positively to help you. You don't go to a reading to hurt someone or to hurt their heart more than it's already hurt, because they come into you for healing. When somebody comes to a mediumship guy and they just had a death, they're coming to you for a healing. So you should not be there as a medium or as a reader talking to them negatively, because they're coming to you to be healed. Understand, that's number one. That is number one. That person is coming to you because they need some type of healing. And if you sit there and tell them horrible things, I don't care if you do see it. You can tell it to them in a positive way. Avoid this. Don't go do that. And when I get into the 70s, you're going to hear a story similar to that about an experience that I had with a client. You're going to hear about that on Bedtime Stories. It's actually I hope I can do it in 10 minutes, because it's kind of long, because these clients were mine for a while. And so it might be a little bit of a long story. But definitely know that you should always speak positive. Your words are powerful. They go into the ether. They go into what we call the plasma, which is the air space around us. It's just like the plasma blood. It's the flow of the energy in the air around you, just like plasma carries the energy through your body from your heart and from your brain. So know that when you put positive words into it, positive things come out of it. And we have proof of that, scientific proof. And with that, folks, I am going to say good night. I'm going to end on that note. So thank you for joining me tonight on Touching Eternity, the podcast. I am your host, Sid Patrick. I will be back on between 10 and 10:30 doing Bedtime Stories with Sid. You can join me, but I can't speak to you because it's just me telling you a story. I'm going to try to finish up the 60s tonight. See y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye.